And we're live.
You see something's wrong with this picture?
She's all professional. It's like 110 degrees outside in Whittier. So I said I am. I didn't go home and change my clothes. I came straight to the studio.
I'm wearing a suit.
I know. You should have texted me. We haven't talked since last week. So what the hell? You've been sending me straight to voicemail. Anyways, I'm Fred Hawthorne. This is Roselle, and this is Dirty Truth Radio. And before we get into the questions, Roselle and I were talking before we came on briefly, and she, I couldn't believe that she flew a plane by herself to Catalina. Me and the engineer, more me, but I'm sitting there like, huh? For real? I'm bewildered, like, and shocked. Like, I don't. Maybe I need to see it.
It was not a perfect landing. I have to say that. It was kind of scary. So I did more landings today, 10 more landings to make sure. And the thing is, like, when you have a short runway like that, you have to have a different landing. So I was not broadcasting it, and now it's broadcasting.
I know. But, I mean, you actually flew a plane by yourself. Was it Amelia Earhart? Is that the young lady that flew cross country? Amelia Earhart, right? I think so, yeah.
Amelia Hart.
Amelia, so you're going to be the first Filipino Amelia Earhart?
You know what? Yes, I would love. I was talking to some guys, and I met them through Instagram because you can tag, pilot in command, which is pick. And they started looking at your Instagram, and there's like Pinoy pilot. So when you tag Pinoy pilot, which is Filipino pilot, and then all of a sudden we started talking and discussing what techniques I could do to make it a better landing. And it's nice, I'm supposed to go night flight tonight.
Night flight. Okay. So is there I won't say that, but I was gonna say I was gonna say nothing. Anyhow, so
go with a question.
We'll jump right into it. But before, how can you? So let's say you're single, and a guy walks up to you and say, "So what do you do for fun?" And you say,
"I fly a plane."
Like, what's the comeback to that? What's the comeback to a woman that says, "I fly planes"? Well, I go to 24 Fitness and play basketball.
And I pole.
And I pole. Like, you fly planes, you pole. What else?
I ride motorcycle.
Ride motorcycles.
I co-host a radio show.
You damn, like
I'm a published photographer.
Damn. So damn. So it's like he can't compete. So he might as well just say that he's a homebody. Like he needs you to help him experience life because you've probably.
This is why it's so important to improve yourself.
We talked about that last week.
To keep you can be a dime, but you're not going to be a dime forever. So you have to keep yourself a dime by putting value to yourself.
Adding value. Absolutely adding value. And it's commendable. I mean, I applaud you. I mean, flying planes, I'm actually afraid. Even here giving you a round of applause. Yeah, so.
And after this, I want to learn how to fly a helicopter.
Oh, God.
Yeah, it's rescue mission.
When does it stop?
It never stops.
It never stops. You're absolutely right. I couldn't agree with you more.
Keep logging hours. And the thing is, like, I feel like I have no competition. I can't compete to the others because they're already in hundreds hours, and I'm just starting.
Well, congratulations. And I wish you more congratulatories in the future. Whether planes, then you go to 737, 747s, and next thing you know, you'll be working for Delta or something like that. I don't know.
Oh, no, I can't work.
Anyhow, let's get to the questions. People are like, can we stop talking about Roselle and get to the questions?
Okay.
You want me to ask my question first?
Yeah, ask your question
first. So someone on Facebook asked me, how do I convince my man to shave his body to look presentable? Why'd you laugh? She's listening. Why'd you laugh?
Okay, you go answer that.
No,
first.
I want the ladies first. I got to be a gentleman on this show. How do you tell your man he needs to shave? And she made reference to his entire body. Like, he's hairy. He's a hairy man. He's like
really?
He's like a gorilla, I guess. I don't know.
I'm thinking maybe if it is just a certain body part, honey, if you wanted me to keep visiting that, you know, then make it pretty.
Do you are you attracted to hair on men?
It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't? Hair anywhere? Like hair on your chest? Does it have to be? Can it be?
If it is too much, yes, it bothers me.
What's too much? I don't know what too much is. I'm not a hair. I don't have hair. So
It's too much when it's starting to show above your neckline.
Yeah, neckline. Oh, like
right.
when it's peeking out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Look at you.
Yeah, but you know what I would say is
Okay,
that
how would you say it? Nicely.
um, not being nicely, but I just want to talk to men first. It's you know why men like why excuse me why women like models, actors, and athletes is because they look presentable. They look the part.
Uh-huh.
Like when a woman closes her eyes, she doesn't envision a hairy man per se. You get what I'm
Uh-huh.
saying?
Yeah.
So at the end of the day, men, what you are, if you're in a relationship or not in a relationship, you're a salesman. So so what I mean by that is you have to be presentable from head to toe. In addition to going to Nordstrom and whether you shop at Ross or whether you go to Rodale Drive, it doesn't matter. You have to be a salesman and look the part. Um, I for one, I take care of myself. So from head to toe, probably because I did a little bit of modeling in my younger age, but
Your motto.
yeah, but it I learned from that that you have to be presentable at all times. So like even my legs, I shave my legs. I don't shave my arms, but I think at the end of the day, men, you hold yourself accountable for maintaining yourself, and as it relates to your box downstairs, yes, it's if you
You
don't
have to
want.
make it look pretty.
You have to make it look presentable. She's not going into a forest, right, per se, right? She's going to where you guys can create intimacy together. So you want her to feel as comfortable as possible. You don't want her coming out there with things in between her teeth and, and stuff like that. So but how you tell him is just make it relevant to the man. So how you make it relevant to him is I enjoy having these intimacy sessions with you. And if you and in order for me to get satisfaction out of it, I would like for you to trim and or shave down there, and so we can keep those communication lines open. You get what I'm saying?
So actually, it's the word I. Actually, I found out that if you come from the state of a feeling, they can't. The guy cannot attack that. It's your feeling. I feel more comfortable, baby, to go down on you if you make it look more prettier.
Absolutely.
There you go.
And it's a win-win for both. He goes directly to the bathroom, and then you guys can. Next question. We done spent
question.
airplanes and hair. Let's go.
Okay, this is from Instagram. Do women really predetermine that they will sleep with a man before they have the first date?
Go ahead, you first.
Yes. Yes. It's true. The first 20 minutes on a phone. Okay, when we see your pictures, we know we're physically attracted. And then here's the conversation. It's a foreplay for us. The phone calls, the text, it's a foreplay. So even before we go out on a first date, we already know if we're going to sleep with you or not. Now it is your job not to fuck up.
Not to blow it, right?
Yep.
And but it's different for a man because there are no limits. Like there's there's like we bring them all in. We're like herding cattle. We bring them all in. So every number we get, we want
so you're
to
not
be intimate
like
with.
Yes to her. No, yes, no.
Yeah, it like for you it's no, yes.
Yes.
No. For us it's like yes, no, yes, yes. but I would agree that a woman but it's your duty. Now you're leading her by not being selfish. Here's the when you know when a woman wants to become intimate with you because she's very responsive. Like so, for example, if you call her, she calls you back. In this day and age, when you text her, she texts you back. When you tweet her, she tweets you back. When you email her, she emails you back. And there's a short distance in between. Time to see each other. So if you see each other on Monday and she wants to make plans on Wednesday, and then she wants to make plans on Thursday, Friday, anytime her schedule permits it, she will make it happen so that you can see her.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, both parties know if they want to become intimate. Now it's the legwork. Now, how are we going to get from first impression to dinner to becoming intimate? How do we get there? Now, for the man, is pretend or be selfless. Not selfish. You get what I'm saying? So it's not about you any longer. you become a great listener, and allow her to navigate. Allow her to navigate you where you ultimately want to go, to dinner and then to become intimate. So you get what I'm saying? So both parties know. I mean, it's the unspoken truth about, since we live in can't talk about sex society, but it's
very,
unspoken
very
truth.
True. Yeah, we already predetermined that. We already know. And it's just like, oh my God. And then all of a sudden he took my $20 and like, no.
Yeah, you're right. So whether he can say something or do something that can just.
Like you said, that face is very, very fragile. Very fragile.
It's very fragile. Yeah, it's very fragile. You can do one thing. You can not walk on the outside of her. You can not respond, take too long to respond to her phone call. You can delay in payment for the bill for dinner. It's just so many things that you can do that will delay it, and it will ruin everything. So my advice to men: let her not let her lead you, because you still have to be a man, but be selfless. You get what I'm saying? It's not in terms. Don't be selfish. Talk about me. Talk about how much money you have, what kind of car you drive, what your ultimate goals are. Let her tell you her goals, what she want to become. She's the pilot, she's the pole dancer, she's the radio co-host, she's a mother. Let her tell you all that, and you be attentive. And next thing you know,
it's kind of like this. You already gain A, like letter grade A. You just have to keep it.
Absolutely right.
You just have to keep it.
You're right.
I mean, if you want to make it like simpler. We have 37 seconds.
One more question, then we get into the show. One more question. What's the next?
Okay, this is kind of, what are the reasons that someone may be a serial dater?
What are some reasons someone may be a serial dater, or why are you a serial dater?
Yeah, why they're a serial dater? I don't think it's enough for 21 seconds, but I think it's good for our topic.
We got 15 seconds.
Well, our topic, by the way, is...
I love it. You got a lot of comments. So what's your topic?
We started from a like.
Now we're here. We started from a like. Now we're here.
It's friends with benefits.
Friends with benefits. So we'll come back in 2 minutes and talk about friends with benefits. And we started from a like. Now we're
here.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter.
Building a custom home or business is a huge deal. For some, it's the largest project they'll take on in a lifetime. Choosing your team may be the most important part of ensuring a successful building project. Starting a project by working closely with Core Design will create what's just right for your lifestyle and your property. But selecting the right builder is perhaps the most important part of creating the team. At Core Design's customer service, quality craftsmanship, and integrity are the keys to our company philosophy. Your custom construction dreams are just a phone call away. Core Design at 213-453-1609. Once again, that number is 213-453-1609.
The experts know that for pastry, Baker's Bodega has it all. Exclusive brands like Westco Bankmart, Satin Ice, and Pastry Pride. One-on-one day seminars for cake decorating and gelatin art. So for our service, wide range of ingredients and supplies, and for the low prices, Baker's Bodega has it all. But you don't need to be an expert. Baker's Bodega, 7869 Paramount Boulevard in Pico Rivera. Come, we're waiting for you.
Do we have your attention? When it comes to tequila, two things matter: heart and passion. Never compromising integrity for mass production. Number one Tequila delivers the goods. Taste the heart and passion of Mexico in every bottle. We make it right. We make it fun. Superior Tequila. There's only number one. There's only number one. There's only number one.
A home is the biggest investment in most people's lives. Buying or selling should be a positive experience.
Whether you want to be a wealthy real estate investor or just trying to find a place to call home. At AJR & Associates, we focus on the client's needs.
We understand the market better than most. Let us bring the value to you and make the right choice.
AJR and Associates, making your dream house a reality. Call us today for a free consultation at 562-882-1976. Or you can log on to www.agrrealtors.com.
With a track record of great results, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and expertise to you. Hablamos español.
Get
Yeah.
comfy.
Get comfortable. And we're back because we started from now we're here.
Oh, by the way, that came from a contest last week. We decided to announce that to give us a suggestion for a topic, and whoever's the winner is gonna have your signed book.
Signed book. So
Uh-huh.
so Joyce King actually won, and we thank you for the topic.
Thank
She
you.
chose Friends with
with
Benefits.
Benefits.
So I'll be mailing out my book to you tomorrow, and
Hi, Joy.
now you have a responsibility to give me a 10-page book report when you get the book. But anyway, so we're going to jump into the topic, and I know people are out there so intrigued by this topic because I am too. So, so Friends with Benefits.
The homeboys.
The homeboy. So you before the show, you mentioned something about friends and.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Well, they're saying that if it is possible for a man and a woman be friends and just be platonic and there's no sexual attraction.
There's always, because we're human, there's always going to be sexual attraction, whether it's male on male, female male, male female. And what another unspoken truth is that we are all sexual beings. See, we talk about, in our society, we talk about our religious freedoms, we talk about our spiritual freedoms, we talk about our capitalist freedoms in terms of owning a business, owning a home, working towards our goals, going to college. But what we don't talk about in this society is our sexual freedoms, right? So when we talk about friends with benefits, immediately alarms and hands go out. Friends with benefits, that's evil. That's Satanism. You get what I'm saying? So I'm not one to judge and say friends with benefits are bad because it's a relationship.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So if there's a mutual understanding between two parties, whether it be male and male or male and female, it's cool with me. But this is from a male's perspective. Males do not. There are very small instances when a male and a female are not. When a male looks at a woman and does not envision her in a sexual manner. That's just how we're
Are
wired.
you telling me that my homeboys, they look at me and
Your pastor.
But I can't,
yeah.
I can't blame them.
I'm not gonna go there, but yeah. 9 out of 10, they're blowing you up on Twitter now. 9 out of 10, yeah. 8 out of 10, yeah. I would say yes. We don't. That's what drives us. Our sexual drive is what drives us to be great.
Like it's innate.
It's innate. Thank you. Innate.
We talk about this that men always think about sex.
So do women.
To pop kids.
Yeah. To pop kids.
The pop kids get married, get pregnant, get married. That's what we think about. And for me, okay, they're probably meeting each other's expectations, but it's more expectation of the male. But with women, it's only temporary because she's going to get attached because we have this oxytocin. If you have sex with that person, later on, your body, your chemicals in your body that will look for him.
So tell the audience, friends with benefits. Is it from a female perspective?
From the female perspective, I think we use it as a backdoor to get the guy attached to us.
To get the guy
but
attached
actually,
to
the female is the one who ended up getting attached more to the male. Right?
I'm getting excited because I can remember visually. Sometimes it's happening to me, and more importantly, my friends. No, my friends, because I mean, on now it's football season, right? So during football season, we get together on Sunday, watch Sunday Night Football, and we talk about money. women, and our careers.
Okay.
Those are the 3 topics, and we talk smack about our favorite teams. Mine being the Giants, my boys, like my boy Kenny is Cincinnati Bengals. Yeah, he's a Bengal fan.
Go Saints.
My other boy Alan's a Raider fan. So we talk smack about that. But those are our 3 topics: money, women, and careers. Those are our 3 topics. And
Money, women, and careers.
yeah,
Okay.
but getting back to friends with benefits, there's going to be some usury involved in most cases, because in some cases, when there's friends with benefits, someone has to tone down and to meet that person. And more often than not, it's probably the woman, because a woman, like you said, come from a perspective of innately, right? They're nurturers. Innately, women are nurturers. So women come from a perspective when they think of sex and a partner. Correct. I want to make love to this person because I want to have a child.
Yep.
Let's backtrack. I want to get married, have a child, and live happily ever after, per se, right?
Yep.
But she tones it down in order to grasp the man.
Yep.
You get what I'm saying? Now, what does a woman do when she's stuck with friends with benefits? What does a woman do to get out of it or elevate it?
After she's going to demand more. After she's going to start panicking. There will come a point, kind of like a point there that's going to start, hey, can we go out to dinner? Or like after the morning after, she will want to have breakfast. Or she wants to spend overnight. Next thing you know, she's leaving her toothbrush.
Yeah.
She will try to mark her territory. She will see that guy as her territory. Let's say he's my fat body. Fine, but he's still mine. So now he's gonna try to control the situation. She's gonna try to lead, even though they have an agreement as only friends with benefits.
And if he does not respond, what goes through a woman's mind when you're friends with benefits and he's not responsive to your demands? Your new demands, because you agreed to be friends with benefits, right? Now you want to elevate both of you to exclusivity, right?
Yep.
So what goes through a woman's mind when she tries to elevate from being friends with benefits?
Rejection. She will feel hurt and rejected. And then she's going to think that, usually, with female, she always think, oh, it's my fault. What did I do? Maybe I gained weight, or maybe I'm doing this. Maybe I'm too demanding. We overanalyze things. When in all honesty, remember when you said that it will hit an apex? It will hit a ceiling. They just hit a ceiling. There's nothing beyond there. They just hit a ceiling. They're just friends with benefits. And if she will ever think about having a relationship, I think that's the exception. That's not the rule. And some of the females, they always go for the exception first before the rule. And the rule of friends with benefits is just friends with benefits. A man will never see you as a wifey material if you're having sex with him with no expectation, no demands from his part, and say what you have on the table.
Okay, that would be true. I would say that from a male's perspective, when we agree to have sex with our partner, and there are not and you haven't expounded your expectations to me, then I'm going into it extracting what I want from you. You understand what I'm saying?
You're gonna get yours first.
Yes, I'm coming from a selfish perspective. So if you tell me, excuse me, I apologize. If you don't tell me what you want, you being a female, and you just lie there as a yes woman, like, yes, it's okay, we can go to dinner, yes, etc. I'll come over Friday night. Oh, Wednesday night. Oh, okay, I'll come. Now, from my perspective, from my avenue, I'm coming to extract everything that I can from you. You get what I'm saying? So it's not, and then it gets to a point where she becomes tired of it. She becomes weary. Like, I can't believe I'm giving this guy all of me, and I'm getting minimum in return.
She will feel unbalanced, the unbalance of the relationship.
What does an unbalanced woman look like?
Unbalanced woman looks like that. She whines. I can't believe I cooked for him, and he didn't. I can't believe that I texted him 3 times and he didn't. He just say okay. I can't believe that I'm the one who's always planning about, the date. I can't believe that I'm always the one driving to his place. He's starting to see this always I. That even though she should know the first place that that's the conditions,
How does she shake herself? How does she shake herself from that?
then she just have to put boundaries. She needs to take herself out of the situation.
No, how does she extract herself from the situation when he has a stronghold on her? Because remember, I said 3 or 4 weeks ago, when a woman climax or has an orgasm, it buffers a woman's soul, right? Like you guys joked about that, right? But I'm being really sincere. Like it does something. Like see what it did to the computer? I just mentioned it and the computer just went off. But what
It's that oxytocin.
It's the oxytocin,
It's
yeah.
very hard to remove yourself from a very satisfying sexual relationship. Okay, there's other way to do it. It's actually go out with another guy and have sex with another guy. That's another way to do it. So there's another hormones inside your body, and then you're gonna start thinking about options.
But if men aren't delivering every day like male men, and her past has led her to believe that, and she finds a man that can deliver. See, the only way. Here's the catch. The only way we got a minute. The only way I believe you can be friends with benefits and have the woman consistently there is if you're delivering. If you're not delivering, you cannot be friends with benefits. This is just my perspective, or this is my thought process. I could be wrong. I don't know. You help me with that. But if a man isn't delivering, he cannot be her friends with benefits partner. But if he is delivering, how can she shake that when her past lets her believe that, hey, I can't get this emotion. I can't get this oxytocin. I can't get this orgasmic feeling. I can't get this sense of euphoria from another man because my past has led me to believe that this is not a normal occurrence.
Yep.
So how can she shake a man that's taken her to a place that very few men has done in her past?
I know. It's like she has to be a very strong mind. She needs to tell herself what she wants because it changes. It changed. She wants sex before because she used that as a backdoor to get the guy. And now you're going to come to a point, did I get the guy? If the answer is no, then therefore she just needs to walk away. She needs to state her expectation. I have a new expectation. This is not good enough for me anymore. I would like to have a
so you have to
relationship.
verbalize the new expectation.
Yes, you have to voice it.
We're coming
Oh
back.
my God.
All right, we started from a
Like
now. All right, we started from a like. Now we're here. All right, we're coming back with our third segment, friends with benefits. We'll be right back, guys. We're back in 2 minutes. Thank you.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter.
Nurses Life Express provides unique apparel for all the hardworking nurses that wear many hats. It's apparel that expresses nurses' amazing, humorous, and caring personalities. After all, nurses are as influential as their united goal to help others. Nursing's not easy, but somebody's got to do it. For more information, please call 562-270-4312 or visit their website at www.nurselife.com. www.nurselyfe.com. Nurseslife.com, where nurses' lives are expressed.
3 balls, 2 strikes, the pitch. Swing it.
Make your team look like pros with custom lineup cards. Whether you are a travel team, rec team, all-star team, or just some old guys playing slow pitch, we can make your team look a little better with some custom lineup cards. For the umpire, for the opponent, for the scorekeeper, for the dugout, no matter where your lineup card goes, you will look like a big league team with your team logo and name on top of your personalized lineup card. Just visit CustomLineupCards.com. With the best prices in town, you are sure to hit a home run with us. Visit CustomLineupCards.com and go pro.
Are
you watching the game at home? Why? Come watch it at Mambo Grill, the hottest spot in Downey. You'll have good food, drinks, and a great time at a low price. We have the coldest beer in our sports bar, where you can enjoy the game on any of our huge flat screen TVs. And when your home team wins, you get 25% off anything in Mambo Grill. We're on Downey Avenue, 1 block north of Firestone, or visit us on the web. Mambo Grill, love at first bite.
Hi, I'm Alex Alanis.
And I'm Alonso Rodriguez.
And we are Real Estate Rant. Every Wednesday morning between 10 and 11 a.m.
Here at the towers of Rant Radio Network.
No problems, just solutions. Be sure to call in with your real estate problems, rants, questions, or comments, and let us try find you a solution.
Tell us about an experience, good or bad.
And finally, bury the hatchet once and for all.
In the world of real estate, find a fresh perspective. There's a lot more than meets the eye.
Help us to ensure the public trust, one rant at a time.
Oh, man. She's. All right, we're back. I like that little jingle we got. We should come up with a jingle every week. All right, we're going to start it. Audience, y'all can tune in if y'all want. Y'all should know it by now. We started from a.
Like now
You're not ready. You're not ready.
I'm turning it down.
All right, let's start one time. We started from a like, now
we're
we're
here.
We started from a like, now the whole. We butchered it.
Okay.
But anyways, yeah.
I have a good question,
Okay.
though. Okay, how do you start a friends with benefits? I wonder how they start.
How it gets there.
How it gets there.
Easy.
They were hanging out there.
Easy peasy. No, a guy probably said, I can't give the game away, man. I don't want to give the game away because I know women are listening. Oh, man.
Easy, okay.
Okay, easy. Simply, I just want to be friends. I just got to have a long-term relationship. I want to see where things go first. I'm working on my career. I really like you. I'm working on my career. I think that we should start as friends first. The man is lead you down the street. I don't mind. You can hang out with your. You can go on dates with other guys. It's cool. I just want to be friends. I think it's.
I have a question about that. Okay, if a guy, a male and a female is having just sex,
intercourse,
is the guy becoming territorial also of that female? Because once my shit.
Yeah,
always my shit.
Like Sam Salter says.
See,
that's the catch. See, if I'm delivering like the UPS man every day on time, every day, and I just want friends with benefits, I just sit back in my throne. I don't.
But women are just not about sex. We want to go out too.
You asked me a question. I'm answering it. You said from my perspective, like, do we get emotional and territorial? If we're friends with benefits and I'm delivering, I don't have a worry in the world. I'm not concerned.
Okay, that's you.
No, I'm just talking about men in general. I'm talking about men.
There's no way.
The reason why we can have friends with benefits is because we're producing. We're producing. We're Kobe Bryant on this basketball court. We're LeBron James. We're Dwayne Wade on this basketball court. We're producing. So we don't have an issue. If you're going out with your girlfriends, you don't call me back Friday night because you went out with your girlfriends. You're going out with your.
What if she go out on a date?
Remember the oxytocin and the orgasmic feeling you had Thursday night before you went out with that guy on Friday night? You want that again. Remember, humans do not deviate from what feels good to them.
So you have to be always feeling.
So
good.
I'm not concerned. When I say I'm speaking of men.
So if you're in a friends with benefit, make sure that you hit it right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah,
Because if not, she's gonna go.
She's gonna leave and potentially find.
Honestly, man, if a woman is actually okay with a friends with benefits, you should not trust her. That means she could just easily change men like that. Because she plays.
We
the
don't
game
care.
Like
You're speaking from a woman's perspective. We don't care.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. If we're friends with benefits and you leave, we care because there is some type of small attachment. But at the end of the day, if you say, you know what, I'm leaving because I want more in this relationship, you're not leaving because it was bad. The intimacy was bad. or the sex was bad. You're leaving because you want more.
Uh-huh.
Two things men are going to say. Okay.
Uh-huh.
And you'll be back. That's it. We're going to say, oh, she's coming back. Because obviously I've been doing something that hasn't happened in her past for her to compromise and come down to friends with benefits.
To lower her standard.
You can call it low in your standards, yes, but
because it's not I just couldn't imagine it. It's not natural for women to just stay there for the sex. Especially women are not actually in a relationship just because of the sex. It's not. They say yes, it's good. It's cherry on top. If the sex is good, great. I'm really like happy about that. But it's the fine dining. It's the intimacy. It's the communication. And if the man cannot give that, she will ask for more. Not right now, not tomorrow, not the day after, but in the future, she'll
hold her water until she's ready to spill it, right?
Yeah.
Huh.
And she will hold on to it until it's time to let go.
But we're not budging from you. We're not budging from that. We're not budging. No, we're not
male
moving.
Is the one who's getting attached?
Okay, now let's reverse it. If the male is getting attached, then we consult with our boys. And if we text you and you don't respond 3 days later, that means there's some inadequacies in you. Now, in order for you to gain her attention, you have to be ultimately consistent. And
yes.
And this is what guys don't understand, and I'm going to tell you guys. You have to be consistent. If she's not responding to you, you call her. So you guys were intimate Friday.
Yep.
And you text her Saturday, and she doesn't respond to you till next Wednesday or next Thursday. And you really want to see her again. You believe that you and her can have more. Now you want, as a male, you want to raise the expectations, right? Then you have to be consistent. You have to be that you have to be the sunshine to her every morning. You get what I'm saying? Like,
oh, I like that.
Yeah. you have to be the sunshine. I just made that up. But you have to be the sunshine. You have to be the sunshine to her every morning. You get what I'm saying? You have to be that ray of light when she had to work an extra 2 hours. You had to be the ray of light when she had to get up early to take her child to 0 period. You have to be that ray of light when she's $200 short on her mortgage and or rent. You have to be her ray of light when her keys get stuck in her car. You have to be her ray of light when just life gets in the way, when she misses a workout or she's eating and she feels like she's bloated, she's gained 7 pounds. You have to remind her that she's beautiful. That's your job. You get what I'm saying? It's
your job to uplift your women.
Absolutely. But yeah, you uplift her. She's not your woman, but just women in general, yes. That's how it's good practice for men to always uplift women and be consistent. Train yourself to have that consistent behavior, whether it's your neighbor, whether it's your daughter, whether it's your mother, sister, grandmother. As a man, we must train ourselves to uplift women and quote unquote lay out the red carpet for them so they can grow, right?
Okay.
So because every now and again a woman does not want to be the nurturer. You get, or they want to be reminded that they are great nurturers. You get what I'm saying? So we have to do both in certain cases, and then they ultimately show appreciation. But getting back to what I was saying about the men being consistent.
Yeah, the consistency. I think that's where a lot of men are really failing.
But but here's the catch: you're her jump off now. How random is that when the girl is calling the shots on when and where you guys can become intimate? You get what I'm saying? It's weird because men are not used to. Remember, we build and tear down things. That's who we are. We're testosterone. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not in the male energy to wait. So
no.
If you're gonna make them wait,
yeah.
Oh my God, their energy is to actually pursue, to aggress. So if you make them wait and say, "Well, I'm not available this Wednesday. I'll see you on Saturday."
Yeah, and especially when we've already had an apple from your tree. When we've had an apple from your tree and it was a Fiji apple, meaning it's very sweet. We want that. We want to eat healthy. We want that apple Monday. We want the apple Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then when you say, you know what? You only could pick one Fiji apple once every 2 weeks. Huh? Once every 2 weeks? Huh? That doesn't make sense. That means twice a month I get an apple. They say an apple a day keeps the doctors away, right? I'm trying to, I don't want to go to the doctor.
Apple every day.
Yeah, I want your apple every day. You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's and women, I'm telling you guys, that's a very insecure moment for a man when he has the apple and you refrain from giving him his second apple and third apple and fourth. It's a very precarious place for a man. Men are not acclimated. We're not we're not trained to be acclimated being in that position.
But you know what? I think with a woman who is kind of like starting to control the situation like that, it's not actually because of what happened the night before. It's not happened if it is the sex or good. No, a little bit. It's actually what happened the morning after.
Explain.
Like, for example, okay, women are very sensory hearing.
Absolutely.
That's
I
our
agree.
foreplay. That's how actually you can get her excited.
Okay. Tell guys, and foreplay starts from the moment she's ever seen you. Like from, say you guys meet in the club or you guys meet at a fancy restaurant. Foreplay starts from that moment.
Yes.
Foreplay doesn't start when you're unbuttoning your shirt in her bedroom. Foreplay, guys, remember, foreplay starts from the moment you guys meet.
Actually, try to get her excited or increase her, her sexual energy without touching her. And that's through hearing. And after you're going to be a very, very successful sexual partner, she's going to respond more if she hears the right thing.
Absolutely.
With me, it's like a grunt, a special grunt. It really excites me, a special grunt.
Really?
Yeah.
A grunt? Like Hulk Hogan, The Rock, or Rick Ross?
A moan. like that, because it's hearing.
I get it.
And,
sound and smell, the two S's. I say women fall in love with sound and smell first.
Yep. It is. Yeah, it's very, very true. So then everything else is just going to fall right into places, and she will be eating, from your
Then you'll get the Fiji apple every day.
Every day. But if you don't do your job, like fulfilling her hearing, then therefore she's going to feel like, he's not good anyway.
That's it's
it's not because of the sex, honestly.
No, it's not.
To be the truth.
But I will say this: if you're not great in bed and you're already at the bottom of her list, there's minimum hope for that man, because what does he have to offer? Not unless he's a multi-millionaire, he's extremely successful, and she's at a point in her life where she needs assistance. If she doesn't need assistance financially, spiritually, then
if she's a dime, you think a dime can be having friends with benefits
all the time?
Because
what do you mean all the time? Because she's a woman, and I'm a man. It's not. Yes, a woman. They're easier. They're easier. Yes, because a dime rarely hears no. See, if I give a great example. We got 30 seconds. I give a great example. This happened to me recently. I'm out, and famous woman walks up to me and says hello and asks me, do I want a drink? I simply decline and say no. I'm good. I'm cool. I won't mention her name because she's pretty famous, but I said no. I'm cool. I'm good. Dimes don't like to hear no. You got to reverse roles. See, when we got 5 seconds. Damn it.
But it's hard to say no to a dime.
Started from now we're here. I caught you off guard. Started from we'll be back. We got with our last segment. Dirty Truth Radio. I'm Fred Hawthorne, and we got Lady Roselle. Did she call you Lady Roselle or Madam Roselle?
Lady.
Lady Roselle. Lady Roselle. We'll be back with our last segment. Thanks, guys, for tuning in.
Girl, you know I love you. No matter.
TheTicketSurgeon.com. Reach us at 855-WIN-4-199.
Did you get caught speeding, texting while driving, or doing anything else you weren't supposed to do?
Give us a call. Don't miss work. Don't lose out on the money. Don't get any more points. What about your insurance? Let us fight for you. TheTicketSurgeon.com at 855-WIN-4-199.
Looking for a delicious, fresh family meal that's ready when you are and easy on your budget? Welcome to Piara Pizza. We make our pizzas with handmade dough, 100% real cheese, and tomato sauce blended with our own spices. Nothing is ever frozen. We always have large pepperoni and cheese pizzas fresh and waiting for you for only $5. Or choose one of our specialty pizzas. We have veggie, meat lovers, supreme, and Hawaiian. Add an order of our amazing hot wings, cheesy bread, or breadsticks. Our locations are ultra modern, ultra clean, and open 7 days a week. Visit any one of our locations today, or check us out on the web at www.piarapizza.com. Piara Pizza. Fresh, hot, and ready for you when you come in. Stop in for your Piara Pizza today.
The Share Foundation is the health division of the Coy Chiropractic Institute, a 501c3 509A2 public nonprofit organization dedicated to the growth and development of the natural health care services, in particular through the chiropractic profession, offering health services at the Share clinics in the greater Los Angeles area. Your donations can help in expanding these facilities across the nation, research programs, and public education, thus offering a solution to the many of the health challenges we face. Your donations are tax deductible and can be sent through our website at www.sharefoundation.com. That's www.cherfoundation.com by clicking on the donation button. Thank you.
What's up, guys? Sports Guru and Bud Knocker from the Sportscast, Wednesdays, 12 to 2 Pacific on Rant Radio Network.
We got everything you need to know about sports. We got all the latest video highlights. We got You Got Knocked the Fuck Out. We got Bonehead of the Week. We're talking sports, drinking beer, and having a good time.
If you missed the show, go to rantradionetwork.com and listen on demand. So check us out every Wednesday, 12 to 2 on Rant Radio Network.
Oh, we're back. Man, these commercials go by so fast, man. Gosh, Maggie, just when you think you're... But
where were we?
We left off, and we were talking. You want to talk about friends with benefits as it relates to like incident that you had?
Oh.
No? Did you want to talk about that?
Well, okay. I remember there a few years ago, someone approached me that he wants to have friends with benefits.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, the way he approached me is like, you're really beautiful. Of course, it started with a compliment and says, but
the
I'm
hamburger
not,
approach.
Yeah, but I'm not ready for a relationship. But I really find you very sexual. I'm very sexually attracted to you.
Mm-hmm.
And he even told me that he hadn't had sex for like 3 months.
Mm-hmm.
So I look at him and I say, oh, is that supposed to be a problem that I need to solve? So I just felt so offended. Really, I felt offended, and I haven't talked to the guy since.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
So you guys didn't become friends with benefits?
No.
Okay.
And I haven't had one too.
You've never had friends with, no, never ever in your life?
No.
That's interesting.
Uh-huh.
Well, don't ask me. So anyway, so I'm going to give 3 or 4 examples how a woman know that she's if a woman doesn't know she's friend with benefits, how does she know? 1, the relationship never leaves the bedroom.
Okay.
2, he doesn't care what you do when you're not with him.
Mm-hmm.
3, he never asks to he never asks to advance post-sexual encounter. So he never say, you want to go to breakfast, you want to go to dinner, you want to go to Knott's Berry Farm. 4, the conversation on the phone begins and ends with sex.
Uh-huh.
And
the time and where they're going to meet next.
And lastly, number 5, whenever you mention religious beliefs and or spiritual freedoms, he changes he finds a way to make an innuendo out of it, a sexual innuendo out of it.
Uh-huh.
So those are like these are 5 quick tidbits that you can use in your life, in your everyday life, to know if you're in
that's very true.
Friends with benefit zone.
Yeah, if he's only going to call or text you just to say, hey, where are we going to meet next?
Mm-hmm.
What time?
Mm-hmm.
Are you going my way or I'm going to your place?
Yeah, exactly, right?
Right?
Man.
That's it. It's just circling those questions. Well, usually we'll start at how was your day?
Mm-hmm.
And then, my day was good. How was yours? And good. So when are we going to meet next?
What are some questions that...
I know, right?
What are some questions that a woman would ask her girlfriends when she believes she's in a friends with benefit zone and doesn't want to be there?
Well, usually some of the females probably going to deny it. That it's only friends with benefits. They're going to pretend like, oh, yeah, we saw each other last week like 3 times, even though there's no dinner and there's no other activities, just sex. You
But
know,
there are some women. I would say there are some women who are serial daters who don't want to get married, who don't want to have kids, and
yeah, there is exceptions.
there are exceptions to every rule. So I know we have some listeners out there that are saying, I don't ever want to get married. I don't ever want to have kids. And I enjoy having friends with benefits for a year, 6 months, and we have great sex and we move on. And then those are the women who have, remember the guy who didn't get the return call back? He's the guy, he's the emotional guy that she goes to, I don't have enough money. I'm hurt. My mom just died. My kids need money for school. I can't pay my rent. The bailiff, the bailout guy. He's her bailout. He's her bailout. Then you have a guy who can fulfill fantasies, meaning he's the guy that
manhandle her.
Yeah, he can fly her to Vegas. He can take her to Rodale Drive, take her shopping. He can take her to Ruth Chris for dinner. He can, he can.
And these are not only things that apply to not very successful women. Even successful women want to be taken care of.
These rules that or these opinions that I'm giving does not apply to a woman's beauty. Remember, all women are vulnerable. All women have vulnerability in them. There are beautiful, beautiful, beautiful women. Let's talk Holly Berry, for example. Guys dumped her. Eric Benet dumped her. David Justice dumped her. Wesley Snipes hit her. Beauty is not in the equation. Remember, the reason why she's someone's ex is because that man was tired of her nagging. You get what I'm saying? Very few people go through life and never say, I have an ex-boyfriend or an ex-girlfriend.
Why women start nagging, do you think?
Why women what?
Starts nagging. Or complain, whine, nag.
Because there's a void, and it's annoying to a man. I think women nag because men are instinctive leaders, and we want it done our way. At the end, we want it done our way. We'll listen, and we'll listen to your candor and how you feel about something in a certain situation. But at the end of the day, we want it done our way. And women are like, no, let's take an alternate route just this one time. And we'll say no.
Let me give you an advice, girls. Okay. Men do not want to be told. This is what you do. You tell them once. They heard it. You don't have to tell them twice. They heard it. And just let it be. Because the more you keep reminding him, even though it doesn't even make sense, like for example, why you keep hanging out with that girl, even though it's nothing in there. But the thing is that he's going to keep doing it just to show that he's in control.
He's in control. You're absolutely right.
Not because it matters to him, because he just wants to be in control. He doesn't want to be told.
Absolutely.
So just say it once and just let it go. And you'll see it. Like he will just automatically drop whatever it is.
I agree.
You just have to be patient.
Yeah. And remember we talked about in the first couple of weeks of this show that men are like runaway trains, right? You don't stand in front of the train, and you will not get him out of the driver's seat, right? So you got to train yourself how to manufacture railroad tracks, because you want to navigate that train where it needs to go. You don't have to say, hey, I want this train to go A, B, C. No. Let him be the driver of his train. He can go 120 miles an hour. Here's where you become genius. You say, okay, I can't get you out of the leadership role. It's cool. I'm going to train my mind to manipulate you to steer your train this way. Take a detour route. You get what I'm saying? So I want to go, hypothetically speaking, she wants to go to a play. Baby, men don't want to go to a play. Well, you have a little daughter, right? So you got to be ingenious, be intuitive. Well, little Tasha, little Maria wants to go see Phantom of the Opera in October. He can't say no to his 7-year-old daughter. You get what I'm saying? You want, you're tired of, you don't want to cook Thursday night. you just tired of cooking, right? And you know that Thursday night football, right? So you got to be genius about it. Hey, babe, you mind if we go grab some pizza and watch Thursday night football together? What?
Yep.
Cool. You're not cooking. And you're still at home. You're not really watching football. You're just sitting there like taking some deep breaths because you're not cooking in the kitchen. You get what I'm saying? So these are, train yourself to manufacture railroad tracks, because an alpha male is what a woman instinctively desires, will not relinquish his seat on that train. And go ahead.
Yeah, because she's not gonna like it anyways. If he's gonna end up saying yes to her all the time, she's gonna start resenting him. This weak motherfucker.
Weak man. Weak man.
You know, like that. So might as well have a win-win situation.
Absolutely.
And everyone's gonna be happy.
And you said this. You probably said this best. Learn the man's language.
Yes.
You know, you have to learn the man's language. At the end of the day, learn the man's language. He beats to a certain sound of a drum, a certain tempo of the drum, and, you know, at the end of the day, it'll work out for both parties. But we're instinctively are going to go with strength, you know, and vigor. You know, you're going to come from a sensitivity level, you know, and getting back to friends with benefits, that's probably why men and women have that title of friends with benefits, because, you know, it's just, I'm the male, you're the woman, and we're going off instincts. You get what I'm saying? So we're here to have sex and or become intimate, and then we separate. That's how we got here, right? So they're just being, people call it primitive because we don't talk about our sex. It's not. It's not acceptable. It's taboo in our society. But at the end of the day, everyone wants sex.
Yep.
If your mother was a virgin, you wouldn't be here. If your father was a virgin, he wouldn't be called a father, right? You get what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that's where we are. So
and always keep in mind that no one deviates from something good. That's what you said.
That's what I said.
I really like that. I really like that. And also, I've noticed this because I have kind of like experienced this over the weekend. You know how sometimes women are so annoying because, like, for example, you just have this, let's say, look on your face, and the first thing they're going to ask is, why, what you thinking? He's not a reporter. You know, you everything a question of why. Why? And then he ended up starting to explain himself. They do not want to explain themselves.
No, men rarely want to explain themselves. We just want to say yes and no. That's it, and move
They're
on.
Quiet. Don't say, why are you quiet? Don't do that. don't do that. Just, you know, assume it's like, oh, you had a long day. Here's a cold beer. Okay. Just, it makes sense to me. I stopped honestly asking why, because I put it in my mind that he's not a reporter. He will not going to report to me.
So we want to thank Joyce for the topic. Thank Joyce for the topic.
Thank
and tell
Joy.
them where can they
yes, we have
where can they reach us?
Oh my God, Instagram, Dirty Truth Radio Show. We also have Facebook and Twitter, but it seems like our Instagram is the one because we're very heavy on pictures.
Okay, good.
We love our pictures. And next week topic, you know, maybe you can give another book.
We'll give another book. Okay, yeah.
Okay. We give another book. So next Tuesday we're gonna have some interesting. But Joyce, thank you very much, and he will mail you the signed copy of the book.
I'll mail it tomorrow. And anything. So you have your pilot license by when?
By end of October, hopefully end of October.
End of October. And I told her I'm never getting in the plane with her, so I'm just gonna. You have to show
good.
me. You got to show me the video.
I just did 10 landings today. 10 landings, total of 50 already. 49.
I don't trust a pilot that's flying me on
I have
Southwest.
Total of 47 landings.
Anyways, Fred Hawthorne, Dirty Truth Radio. This is Roselle, Lady Roselle, as one caller called you, and we'll see you next week. And email us topics, and we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. All right, and keep on sending the questions.
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
Girl, you know